Hi guys, good morning. This is Srinivasan. Today the topic we are going to discuss is the Chief Minister and power and functions of the Chief Ministers. Before going the class, I am going to ask 5 questions from previous chapter. Question number 1. Dash vest the executive power of the state in the government. Question number 1. Dash vest the executive power of the state in the government. Question number 2. He should not hold any other profitable occupation. He should not hold any other profitable occupation. Who is he? Question number 3. Governor has dash rights to the state legislative assembly. Governor has dash right to the state legislative assembly. Question number 4. Governor not appoint the Attorney General of the state. Governor not appoint the Attorney General of the state. Say yes or no. Last question. What is the state of our present Governor of Tamil Nadu? What is the state of our present Governor of Tamil Nadu? Okay. Chief Minister. In the scheme of parliamentary system of government provided by the Constitution, the Governor is the nominal executive authority and the Chief Minister is the real executive authority. The appointment of the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister is appointed by the state governor. The leader of the majority party or majority group in the state legislative assembly is appointed as the Chief Minister. In case no party commands absolute majority in the legislative assembly or the majority fails to elect its leader, the governor can use his power and invite the leader of the other largest party to form the ministry. He has to prove the confidence in the legislative assembly within the period stipulated by the governor. The term of the chief minister is no fixed. He may remain as the chief minister as long as he enjoys the support majority of the members of the legislative assembly. He has to resign when he loses confidence of the majority in the assembly. It is understood that normally he completes 5 years term like other members in the legislative assembly. Next we are going to see powers and functions of the chief ministers. The chief minister is the real executive head of the state administration. Relating to the council of ministers, relating to the governor, relating to the state legislature, other functions and powers. First, we are going to see the relating to the council of ministers. As the head of the council of ministers, the chief minister enjoys the following functions and powers. The chief minister recommends the persons who can be appointed as ministers by governor. Point number 2. He allocates the portfolios among the ministers. Third one, he shuffles and reshuffles his ministry. Fourth one, he can ask the minister to resign or to advise the governor to dismiss him in case of difference of opinion. He presides over the meeting of the council of ministers and influences its decisions. He can bring about the collapse of the council of ministers by resigning from office. He guides, directs, controls and coordinates the activities of all the ministers. Relating to the governor. The chief minister is the principal channel of communications between the governor and the council of ministers. Advocate General of the State, State Election Commissioner, Chairman and members of the State Public Service Commission, Chairman and members of the State Planning Commission, Chairman and members of the State Finance Commission, all are advised by the Chief Minister to appoint from Governor. Relating to state legislature, the chief minister advised the governor with regard to the summoning and proroguing the sessions of the state legislature. He announces the government policies the floor of the house. He can introduce the bills in the legislative assembly. He can recommend for the dissolution of the legislative assembly to the governor any time. Other functions and powers. As the leader of the ruling party, the chief minister has to control the party and develop the disciplines. Point number 2. As the leader of the state, he has keenly considered the demands of the different sections of the people. Point number 3. As the political head of the various services, he has to supervise, control and coordinate the secretariats of various departments in the state level. For smooth functioning of the state and for good center-state relations, he has to develop a rapport with the union government. Next, we are going to see the interesting side heading, Council of Ministers. The Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to the state legislature. Collectively means kootaga. All the members of the Council of Ministers must be the members of the state legislature. Those who are not the members at the time of their appointment must secure their seats in the legislature within a period of 6 months. All the ministers work as a team under the chief minister. As long as the chief minister is in office, the council of ministers will also be in power. If a no confidence motion is passed by the legislative assembly, the state ministry shall resign. Article 163 provides for the council of ministers to aid and advise the governor. According to Article 163 Part 1, there shall be a council of ministers with the chief minister at the head to aid and advise the governor in the exercise of his functions except in so far as he is by or under this constitution required to exercise his functions or any of them in his discretion. Discretion means suyechayana. Other provisions relating to the ministers. Article 164(1) holds that the chief minister shall be appointed by the governor and the other ministers shall be appointed by the governor on the advice of the chief minister, and the ministers shall hold office during the pleasure of the governor. Article 164(1)(a) states that the total number of ministers, including the chief minister, in the council of ministers in a state shall not exceed 15% of the total number of members of the legislative assembly. Next, we are going to see one of the important paragraph, the same time very easiest paragraph from this unit. Paragraph number 4, the functions and the powers of the council of ministers. It formulates and decides the policies of the state and implements them effectively. Formulates means uruvakudal. It decides the legislative programs of the legislative assembly and sponsors all important bills. Sponsors means ஆதரவு. It controls the financial policy and decides the tax structure for the public welfare of the state. Fourth one, it chalks out programs and schemes for the socio-economic changes so that the state makes headway in various interrelated fields. Chalks means uruvakudal. Fifth one, it makes the important appointments of the head of the departments. And sixth one, it discusses and takes efforts on the disputes with other states. And seventh one, it advises the governor on the appointment of judges of the subordinate courts. Next one, it frames the proposal and incurring expenditure out of state's reserves. Proposals means arikai. Incurring means samalital. And next, it decides all the bills, whether ordinary bills or money bills, to be introduced in the legislative assembly. And next, each minister of the council of ministers supervises, controls and coordinates the department concerned. And last one, annual financial statement called as the budget is finalized by the council of ministers. Next, we are going to see the state legislature. The constitution provides a legislature for every state. Most of the states have only unicameral legislature. Unicameral means ஓரவை. That is the single house only there. It is called unicameral legislature. Legislative assembly, some state has bicameral legislature. Example, Bihar, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Jammu Kashmir. The lower house, legislative assembly, represents the people of the state. The upper house, the legislative council, represents special interest like teachers, graduates and local governments. The legislative assembly, lower house. The legislative assembly is the popular house. It is the real center of power in the state. It consists of members directly elected by the people on the basis of adult franchise. The strength of the assembly varies from state to state depending on the population. However, the maximum strength of the assembly must not exceed 500 or its minimum strength not be below 60. The term of office of the Legislative Assembly is 5 years. It can be dissolved even before the expiry of its terms. Composition. The Legislative Assembly of Tamil Nadu consists of 235 members, out of which is 234 members are directly elected by the people from the constituencies on the basis of adult franchise, and one member is nominated by the governor from the Anglo-Indian community. However, seats shall be reserved in the house for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Cabinet and cabinet committees. The smaller body called cabinet is the nucleus of the council of ministers. It consists of only the cabinet ministers. It is real center of authority in the state government. The cabinet works through various committees called cabinet committees. They are of two types, standing and hoc. The former are of a permanent nature while the latter are of the temporary nature. The Speaker. The Legislative Assembly elects two of its members as the Speaker and Deputy Speaker. The Speaker vacates his office if he cannot continue to be the member of the Assembly. He may also resign his office at any time. The Speaker may be removed from office by a resolution of the Assembly after giving a 14 days notice. Such a resolution must be passed by a majority of the members present at the time of voting. The Speaker does not vacate his office when the Assembly is dissolved. He continued to be the Speaker until the first sitting of the new Assembly. While the office of the Speaker is vacant, the Deputy Speaker performs his functions. The Legislative Council or Upper House. The Legislative Council is the upper house of the state legislature. It is constituted as a permanent house. Article 171(1) provides that the total number of members in the Legislative Council of a state shall not exceed 1/3 of the total number of the members in the Legislative Assembly of that state, but no less than 40 members in any case. The Vidyan Parishad forms a part of the state legislature of India. In 7 of India's 28 states, the Legislative Council serves as the indirectly elected upper house of a bicameral legislature. It is also a permanent house because it cannot be dissolved. Every member of Legislative Council serves for a 6-year term, with the terms staggered so that the term of 1/3 of members expire every 2 years. MLCs must be citizen of India, not under 30 years of the age, mentally sound and not bankrupt, and his name should be in the voters list of the state from which he or she contesting the election. Election to Legislative Council. 1 of 3 of the members are elected by local bodies. 1 of 12 of the members are elected by graduates of the universities in the states. 1 of 12 of the members are elected by the graduate teachers. 1 of 3 of the members are elected by the members of the Legislative Assembly. 1 of 6 is nominated by the governor, who is eminent in the field of literary excellence, art, social services and cooperation. The chairman. The chairman is presiding officer of the upper house. The members elect a chairman and a deputy chairman from among themselves. In the absence of the chairman, the deputy chairman officiate the functions of the legislative council. Abolition or creation of the legislative council. Article 169 deals with the creation or abolition of legislative councils in the state. Article 169 holds that if the state legislative assembly passes a resolution by the majority of not less than 2 of 3/3 of the members present and voting, and by the majority of total strength of the house, requesting the parliament to create or abolish the state legislative council, then the parliament may by law provide for the abolition and creation of the legislative council. Okay guys, our lesson came to an end. Once recall from the beginning by your own, once or twice. It will really help you. Thank you guys. I will meet you on following videos. Once again, thank you guys. Love you all. Bye bye from Srinivasan.